There is a place in the nearby where we might rest and discover our memories.
Well, my dear, I certainly hope that you do not currently need more rest. You have been here for several weeks. I believe it's, I think it's at least 6 weeks you've been here, I would say. You came at the... Yes, you came at the last full moon, and we're now... Yes.
6 weeks? That is a long time.
So Magna turns to the person at the door that opened it for him and asks, "How do I get home? Which way do I go?"
On the Yellow Brick Road.
I'm afraid I don't know where your home is, my dear. This is kind of the first time that I've had the opportunity to speak to any of you. You've all been unconscious since you came in fact. However, I am sure that you will find your feet and they will carry you home as Torm and your own deity let you.
Mishako. The blessed Mishako.
There we go.
As Trish kind of...
Sorry. Go on.
Trish kind of turns off to one side and she's talking to either her chest or the amulet. You can't quite tell. And she's kind of muttering like, 6 weeks here. Where's the island? How am I supposed to... Am I going to be stuck like this? What do you mean the terms have changed? And she starts talking in a different language. She's shifting to Undercommon as she's talking with this thing.
Be glad I haven't changed them further.
Hands flailing, just like totally upset.
Okay, so Alerion...
She definitely fell out of a tree.
Alerion says, all you need to do is just make your way down the stairs here and out through the foyer, and you'll end up in the courtyard, and then you have the city in front of you to do as you please.
Oh, we've been here for 6 weeks, right? How much does this place cost?
Oh, my dear, you don't have to worry about that.
That's the worst thing to hear.
If you have to ask, you cannot afford it.
What does that mean?
These are goodly men and women. They, I believe that it is their duty to help those in need.
Yeah, that's called a job that people get paid for, and someone's got to pay for all this.
I was like, you sobered up.
I'm sure if you wish to make a contribution, they would not be unhappy.
Oh, you are absolutely right. Yes. There are temples to Torm everywhere in the city. If you would like to go and make a devotion, then you are more than welcome to.
Yeah, we'll do that real soon.
Okay.
That'll be one of the things that we'll look into for your help here.
It is our pleasure to help people. We do it out of our sense of duty to Torm. He has instilled in us a sense of pride in what we do.
And you do a great job.
My
This
thanks.
is good.
Spot on. And he's putting his spear on his back and his coat on, and the stick with the net on it on his shoulder.
Are you a gladiator?
We're on the clock here.
Player to player, are you a gladiator? Because my guy would know. Okay,
and so from outside the door you hear somebody coughing very, very hard and then groaning. And Alerion looks behind him and he says, yes, as I said, we do need these beds. There are people outside who are terribly sick.
Are
Close?
they just outside the door?
Outside the door, yes.
Okay, Gulliver will start picking them up and putting them in the beds.
Okay. Alerion looks at you and he's like, wow, okay, that's really helpful. Oh, be gentle, be gentle.
I am.
And Magna goes over and starts looking at one and tending to his condition.
Pokes him with a stick.
Rex is looking around as they're helping him, like,
This one's not dead yet. It can help him.
Just so you guys know, call one of your friends or something, because you're going to be here for like 6 weeks. No joke.
Ever.
Okay, so thank you very much, all of you, for your help.
Chris and Lauren will head out.
Would you like to follow your companion here? As I said, I mean, we have people to tend to here, and
Magna starts to cast a healing spell on the one next to him.
And Alerion strides over to you and stops you.
Your god's magic's not allowed here.
He says, please do not do that. There are only certain folk who actually do any kind of magic here, and it's not that it's forbidden. It's just they tend to the citizens of Elturel tend to leave the magic to the likes of us, and you will stand out if you use magic in the city. It's not forbidden, but I wouldn't recommend it.
But it's
this one needs healing.
And he will.
And the blessings of Mishkala are upon them. Let me be. Let me be. And he starts to just ignores him like an old guy would, and he starts depending on
Grandpa, come with me.
So magic is frowned upon here, or is it not allowed, or what?
It's not exactly frowned upon. It's just we are a very peaceful city, and there is just no need for people to use magic. We all look after each other. If something needs to be done, then we use comradeship and teamwork to do something. It's the culture of the city not to use magic. It's as simple as that.
With that explanation, Rex will take on thaumaturgy, and you hear thunder rumble in the distance.
Oh, no.
And he's just like, companionship and friendship and everything's real nice. Sounds like a great place. We should get going.
The person that Magna is looking after, what kind of situation are they in? Do they look sick or injured?
This is the person that you heard coughing and groaning, and you see that it is a dwarf, and he's still in his armor and everything. They haven't had a chance to take it off of him yet, and he keeps coughing up, sitting up and coughing, and then laying back down in the bed, and then coughing and groaning. He looks a little bit better than before you cast the healing spell on him, but he's still very unwell.
Does he have black lung from the mines?
Well, because I was going to decide which spell I wanted to cast.
Okay.
And if it seems like he's sick, since he's coughing a whole bunch, I'll try to cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay.
To end either one disease or condition afflicting it.
Mm-hmm.
The condition can be blind, deafen, paralyze, or poison.
You blind the poor dwarf?
He's not really any of those things. He's got a really bad cough, and it's a disabling cough. It could be tuberculosis or something like that. But, yeah, exactly. But it's not really a condition as such.
Okay, then he goes and he just starts.
He's got asthma.
Let's see. He casts a healing word upon the dwarf.
Okay.
And as he does so, he braces the infinity symbol on dwarf's forehead.
Right. Okay. Okay, that's good. So the dwarf seems to settle back, and he stops coughing, and you can see that there's relief on his face, and he looks at you, and he nods, and then he drifts off to sleep.
And Magna ends with blessings of Mishkala be upon you, my son.
And yeah, the dwarf is sound asleep by now, and he starts snoring.
So then Magna goes and walks over to the next one, to the next bed.
Okay. And Alerion walks over to you and he says, "My dear chap, there is no cure for senility. However,
we can't help
you that you need to go. And we very much appreciate everything that you have done for this dwarf here. But please do leave it to us. Leave it to us. We are quite capable of helping everybody."
Rex will come over to him and just pat him on the shoulder, and he goes, "Let's go talk over there about liability." All right? They got this taken care of. They know what they're doing. They're getting paid for it.
They want to be the heroes.
Yeah. Now, since Magna can see him well, since he's come closer, he's and notices that Rexlius is also a tiefling, so his attention's averted away from trying to help all the sick and injured, and goes over to talk.
And he kind of like directs him kind of towards the door, more direction than any, just to like get them out of the way. And he'll glance back over his shoulder to see who's still like tooling about in the room, and kind of be like,
Triss and Vorn left.
Mm-hmm.
They went out. Vorn collected all the way.
Mm-hmm.
I would have followed.
"Okay, we're all gonna shuffle out the door to make room."
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Gulliver has pretty much brought everybody, all of the new patients, into the room and placed them all on the bed. And Alerion is still holding the door open for you all and ushering you out. And he says to Magna, "Thank you very much for healing or helping to heal." And he says to Gulliver, "And thank you for helping us get them onto the bed." And then as Rex leaves, he says, "Appreciate that, mate. Thanks very much." And then he closes the door after you.
Blessings of Mishkala be upon you.
And
Triss is heading down towards the courtyard that he mentioned.
Yeah.
She's heading that way.
Old man moves slow. Want to ride in goblin saddle on back?
What did you say?
Fix him up again. Old man moves slow. Ride in saddle on back. Goblin saddle. Friend used.
Okay. Like if you picked him up and you put him there, he just kind of goes with
shoulder
it.
saddle.
I will sorry.
May need to get you ram's horn hollow, so you hear better.
Okay.
He just kind of pats you on top of the head like that.
Dear.
"Look, you made a new friend already."
Right. Okay. So you'll catch up to Triss and Cottontail in the courtyard.
Sir Cottontail, I'll have you know.
Okay. Be careful I don't refer to you as Bunny, though, because the bunny.
No.
The bunny's alive.
Right then. So let's go.
Is that a derogatory word in where Sir Cottontail comes from?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
He can't be called Sir Fluffykins?
That is not my name.
Okay, so you walk out of or into the courtyard, across the courtyard, and into the city itself. And what you find is that it is a vibrant and beautiful city. There's a river running through and away from you along the street. It's got narrow pavements or sidewalks on either side, and there's multiple bridges and walkways across it. When you look into the crystal blue waters, you can see that it's teeming with vibrantly coloured fish. As you walk the city, you take in its wonderful architecture, smooth pearl white structures with delicate filigree details and tall arched windows adorned with crystal clear glass that sparkles like diamonds. Every window holds a window box teeming with flowers, and most of them are most of the vibrantly coloured front doors are open. Their owners are chatting to visitors or simply sitting and enjoying the day. All manner of folk wave to you, from elves and dwarves to tieflings and dragonborn. And the further on that you walk, you find that there is a park just off the pavement, the sidewalk, and it's filled with sculpted hedges and ancient towering trees. There are children playing tag around the enchanted fountain, which is playing sweet melodies seemingly from nowhere, and the water that comes from it is soft, glimmering, and makes a rainbow in the celestial sunlight. There's one young dwarf child sitting against a tree not far from the fountain, and she's playing with the edge of her tunic. She seems to be really upset about something and is completely ignoring the other children who are happily dancing and playing. And she really looks unhappy.
Let me down now.
This is not
Thank
good. The crying. What is wrong?
Wait for the paladin.
She says, "Well, I've lost my coin purse, and I was browsing the toy stall at the market, and I must have dropped it, and I didn't realise it until I went to buy a candied apple. It's got a beautiful little daisy on it, and my mum gave it to me, and it's only got some pennies in, but I was going to use the pennies to make a lantern so that I could make a wish at the festival later."
Magna reaches out and gives her a gold coin. There, child. Here, take this.
When you reach into your coin purse, you realise that actually there's no coin in there at all.
They've donated our money to themselves.
Oh. and Magna is like just thinking this is strange and starts like looking through everything, the sleeves of his robes and his pouches.
I lose
and
things, but
Rex starts checking himself over too to see like if there's any little bits or things. Is it just money that's missing?
It appears to be.
But nobody's got any coin.
wobbed.
Nothing much to begin with.
Those wascally wabbits wobbed us.
Magna takes his empty coin pouch and gives it to the child and says, "This is all I have. You can use mine."
She looks up at you, rather confused, and she says, "I'm actually more interested in getting my coin pouch back. My mum made it for me, and it's."
Triss looks like. Sorry.
I guess we're off to the fair.
No, it's just that it's a lovely little coin purse, and I love daisies, and she embroidered it with daisies for me.
Triss looks like she's massaging out a headache. Where is this toy area? You last mentioned seeing it?
Oh, you follow the river down to the main market square in the town centre, and you'll see that there's a market on, and it's a very busy market. So I don't know whether I looked for my coin purse, but I couldn't see it anywhere. But I was looking at the toy store with all the marbles. And that's the last. Yeah.
Where did you last use it?
I can't remember. Oh, I think I bought some bread.
Where's the bread?
I've eaten it.
Is it in
Where
the
you
same
guys steal her
area?
bread?
In the same area?
At the market.
We will,
She'll
Ooh.
start trundling towards the market.
All right.
Wait, so
guys.
you're just gonna?
it is the right thing to do.
What you do in video games, sir? You do the quest.
A small child needs our help. We should. We can help. We should help. No.
Just pauses a moment, looks back at Warren, looks around, looks back at Warren, shrinks him down, and puts him in her backpack.
Okay.
Don't do that to Gulliver.
Okay. Can you imagine if you did?
As we start making our way down,
Gulliver holds out his hand for the little girl.
So Rex walks a wander off, and he looks at the little girl and he goes, they're gonna go find your stuff, I guess. What's your name?
My name is Thora. But I mean, I really appreciate it if you could find my coin purse.
Yeah, no, they are excellent finders of things. I've seen them find all kinds of stuff before, like that.
Only the stuff that was brought to us in the room.
You just stay right here so that when we come back, you're not gone.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll
okay.
come with us.
Got it? Yeah, okay.
Okay. I really hope you find my purse for me.
Yeah.
Gulliver holds out his hand for the child to step into to take her with us.
We'll be back in just a little bit. You just stay here, and we'll go find that.
Okay.
Bag with the flower on it, right?
Yeah, small little leather bag with a daisy embroidered on it and a little pull string at the top.
And you wanted to get some marbles?
Well, no, I was just looking at the marbles, and then I have a fairly large marble collection, and there wasn't any kind of new ones there, so I just kind of left and
he just starts backing away as she's talking.
Yeah. So as we're making our way down, I'm just gonna, very under my breath, push out my divine sense, because he's a little bit, everything feels a little bit too perfect for him.
Okay.
Like, everyone seems happy and smiling, and it's just like, it's unnerving him a little bit, so he's just gonna send out some senses.
Okay. Alright, okay. So, you could hear the fountain playing beautiful tinkly kind of music as it and what you notice is that gets a little bit stronger as you listen, and then you can also hear children singing as well.
Do I sense any kind of evil radiating from anywhere, or celestials, or fiends, or
no, everything is just beautiful music in your ears.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for
I said
you.
it. You would get the celestial amulet.
your amulet? So I'll kind of just notice you start to glow a little bit.
Okay, so another little dwarf girl runs over and says to Thora, "Come and play. The water's so soft. And look at the rainbows. Come and play."
Rex will get down and kind of like duck walk beside Archibald, because he's got to get down to his level. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
And he goes, Archibald, right? Archie. my friend, you're okay with this, right? The whole been unconscious for a few weeks, and the first thing you do is help this random girl you've never met before, in a place you've never been before, to a thing that you've never seen before, and that's just like that's your gig?
There are a lot of unanswered questions. I do not believe it is coincidence.
Actually, all of the questions have been unanswered. Not some, all of them.
We have all been out for 6 weeks together. That is no coincidence. I need time to process what has happened. I think perhaps doing this simple task might help my thinking. But
right,
I am just as concerned as you about what has occurred. I do not believe any of this is right, and this city gives me the bad feelings.
So, and he lowers his voice and leans a little bit closer. So when the third little girl comes up to us and asks us something, what's the plan?
We listen, keep our eyes open, and make sure we have our weapons to hand, as always.
All right. I did not think we were going to go in that direction, but okay. And he just kind of like pats him on the shoulder and stands back up and kind of like reels back a little bit.
Okay, by this point, Thora has run off with the little girl, and she is playing merrily, and she turns back and she waves at you. So, have you continued? Are you going to continue further into town?
Yes.
Yep.
Tris is definitely heading for the market.
Okay,
with purpose.
Cool. All right. So, as you walk further on, you do eventually come to
Magna falls farther and farther behind.
Oh, he's in the saddle.
You've got a giant friend that you can ride on his shoulders now. So, you're lucky. Okay, so you walk through down to the market, and you can hear it before you turn the corner, and the beautiful scent of so many different spices and herbs come to your senses, and you turn a corner and it is a large market. It lines the road on both sides. It's a beautiful cobbled road. You can see the various stalls. There's a jewellery stall, there's a toy stall, there's there's a stall with roasted rabbits on a spit.
God damn it, I knew you were going to say that.
And there's all manner of fruits and vegetables and candy stalls and all sorts of things. There's people everywhere.
Is that a toy store, right?
There is a toy stall. You can see it. Yeah, it's a little bit further down.
Does have more.
Rex will position himself in between Sir Cottontail and the shop that has the rabbits. and just like very casually kind of like block his attention. But in the meantime, he's actually looking to see if any of these shops actually seem to have money in them, like a drawer or something to indicate that money is actually exchanged here at all.
Yes.
Does anyone have money?
Yes. You can see
Okay.
that everyone is trading, and yes, they're all there's money.
So it's
being
just
exchanged
us
for
who's
things.
poor. Got it.
We've been wobbed.
So Magna asks Gulliver to put him down. Thank you. Gives him a pat, and then he goes over to kind of a corner wherever it looks like that there's a little bit of an intersection, and
Crossfield ties.
he rolls out his blanket and he sits down, and he carefully goes through his stuff and puts out his little box. And then he starts saying a prayer.
Okay, there's a few people that walk along the street, and they're chatting away merrily, and they see you sitting down, and they just kind of throw a few coins into your box.
Blessings of Mishkala be upon you.
They say, blessings of Torm be upon you too.
Gollum will pick up a blade of grass because he has no money and put it in the box.
And as they walk off, you hear them say, "It's so strange to find beggars on the streets."
Triss ignores the growling of her belly and all the smell of food because, who knows how often we've eaten in these 6 weeks. She starts scouting about. She notes the toy store. And she'll kind of scan to see if that one has marbles in it that was mentioned. She will try to pinpoint the bread place where, she might have bought stuff. And she's also looking for maps.
Okay. Okay, so you spot the toy stall. There are marbles, but they seem to be all over the floor. And there doesn't seem to be any kind of map or any stalls selling maps of any description, though.
We'll get just a bit closer to the mess of marbles.
Okay. There's a few of them. They're kind of caught in the cobblestones, in the gaps between the cobblestones, and you can't really. There's not really anyone that's kind of armed as such. I mean, there's a few folk kind of walking around with, with nice cloaks on and things like that, and some heavy boots, and you see quite a few paladins with their heavy armor and that, but just no one seems to be particularly armed to the teeth and ready for a fight or anything like that.
That's us.
Maybe except you.
I like this.
So suspicious.